Hey, what is up guys? I'm Liam, and in today's video, I'll be showing you guys all of my broken phones. I do have quite a bit, but keep in mind that these will range from cracked screens but fully working to not working at all. So, yeah. Anyways, first up is my white iPhone 5C. This is a 16GB iPhone 5C. I do have a blue one, by the way. That works totally fine. But yeah, anyways, all that's wrong with this one is that, well, I mean, it's pretty obvious. It doesn't have a screen. So that's why I am including this one in this video. But yeah, other than that, it works totally fine. And it has my iCloud on it. So yeah, it's on iOS 10.3.3, and it is on Verizon. Putting that one aside, here's my black iPhone 3GS in mint condition, pretty much, other than a tiny little bit of nicks up there. And that's a piece of hair, okay? But yeah, there's no separation or anything. And yeah, it's in basically mint condition. Now, the sad thing is that, well, it doesn't work. It doesn't turn on because it's water damaged. It doesn't even boot up. I don't know if it's recognized by iTunes. I'll have to find that out later. But yeah, it's a 16GB iPhone 5G or 5G, no, 3GS on AT&T. So that's also sad because it's not even an 8GB, it's a 16GB. Anyways, here's a broken BlackBerry 8330 that I dropped, tossed, and threw 15 times a long time ago. I don't even know why I still have this. It's really busted up. And what I mean by dropping it, tossing it, and throwing it 50 times is that's like I'm dropping it, tossing it, and throwing it all in 50 times. You know, so I'm not dropping it 50 times, tossing it 50 times, and throwing it 50 times. This is all like, you know, in one. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, anyways, putting that one aside, here's a Samsung Intensity 2. This one works, it just has a bad LCD. I have a good Samsung Intensity 2 with a good LCD. But yeah, anyways, here's a HTC Wildfire. I almost said HTC Wildfire S, but I think this one's just an HTC Wildfire. The power button is stuck, it's very dented up there, and it has a cracked digitizer, which also does not work. The phone works, the LCD works, it's just that the digitizer does not. I cannot speak to save my life, I swear. Anyways, here's an SDA phone, don't know what it is, honestly. It has a bad LCD, but works other than that. Also, the, keyboard doesn't work because I accidentally ripped it out when trying to take it apart, because I didn't know how to take it apart. But, yeah. Anyways, here's a Samsung Galaxy S2 Epic. This one works totally fine. It's just cracked down here, as you can see. Putting that one aside, here's an iPhone 6 that has no logic board in it right now because I decided to take it out because why not? I was just really bored. Also, the SIM card tray keeps on sliding out because it needs the motherboard to keep it in place. Actually, I could put that in here. See? So, yeah, the logic board does not work, and it is iCloud locked. But I do have just a random screen. I kept the screen from my friend's old iPhone. Or, it was my friend's old screen from his iPhone. Or whatever. I can't explain stuff, I swear. But, yeah, the housing is in very, very good condition. So that's why I'm keeping it. So that if I get like a silver or, you know, gold iPhone, then I could put that logic board in here and put the screen on here if the housing is in worse condition, you know? Because I like having nice things, but it's very hard to have. But, yeah. Anyways, next up, putting that crap aside, here's a Pantech phone that looks like it was in an incident where a dog chewed the crap out of it. Just another time where I can't speak. Anyways, it does not work at all. The battery is very messed up. Probably the worst like the most damaged thing on this phone, but yeah, the screen is also cracked. So whatever. Here's a Motorola phone. The LCD is cracked and the little plastic cover is too. Works other than that. Here's a little Kyocera, or not Kyocera, Sanyo, Katana, half of a phone thingy. The other half is in my 1000 subs special box. I just have everything in one box because, well, why not? Just in case, you know? So I can just move it around easily when I want to, when I'm going to be doing my 1000 subs special, which will be this weekend on either Saturday or Sunday, and maybe even Friday if I can manage to do that before the sun, you know, goes down. But anyways, here's this little Samsung phone. It doesn't even have a sticker on it, so I'm not going to tell you. It doesn't even work. Here's a, here's two of these. I have two of these LGs, don't know what they are. I honestly don't feel like saying what they are. But this one works, it just has a bad LCD. And this one does not work and has a bad LCD as well. Here's my iPhone 4. It's an 8GB on Verizon. It's a CDMA. It's not a 4S, even though it looks like it. But, yeah, it's cracked. But, here's the thing. Number one, look at the housing. No, not the... Oh, my God. Hold on. Please, focus on the freaking housing. Whatever. Screw you. I'm trying to, like, focus with my nose. Alright, there. Look at this housing. Look at the housing on this phone. There's literally nothing on the housing. Not a single scratch or dent. This housing is in pristine condition. As well... Here, hold on. Autofocus back on. As well as the back, other than there's a giant scratch right there. But anyways, it works. It's not iCloud locked, other than the fact that it's on my iCloud. And the cool part about it is that I got it for $10 off of eBay. Well, to be exact, $10.44. I did an unboxing of this phone, if you want to go check that out. I don't know. I will most likely include a link down in the description below. So, once again, if you want to go check that out, feel free to do so by clicking that link. Anyways, here's a Droid Incredible C. Works totally fine, other than the fact that there's no camera lens and obviously it's shattered. Here's a Pantech phone. The top half does not work. The bottom half does. Here's a Samsung Intensity 1. It has no keyboard because I just totally forgot to put it in when swapping some stuff into a better housing. But yeah, it has a bad LCD, and other than that, it works. Here's an Alcatel True, or Alcatel One Touch True, that I drop tested a while ago. I guess I can include that link down in the description below if you want to check that out too. So, yeah. Sorry for the interruption. That was my mom calling. That's why I had to stop the video right there. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, Alcatel One Touch True does not work at all. I drop tested it a while ago. Oh yeah, I already said that. Brain fart. But yeah, anyways, here's iPod Touch 2nd generation. It's cracked, but it works. I got it for $2.50 at the flea market, which was a really good deal, but it was disabled. Well, I'm smart, because, you know, or at least with tech. I'm not smart with anything else, I'll tell you that much. But, yeah, I knew how to, you know, reset it using iTunes, so I did that. And it works. It's just that it's dead right now, so yeah, putting that one aside. Here is a Samsung Galaxy S5 Active. It's water damaged and does not turn on at all, not even when I plug it in or use a charged battery for it, as in like a charged S5 battery. So yeah, that sucks, but I'm still keeping it for parts, and I'm not going to drop test it because, well, the screen is in basically perfect condition. I don't know if it actually works or not, but I would hope it does. But yeah, if I ever learn to, like, get the screen off, you know, using the hot glue gun, or not, gun? glue, just a heat gun. There we go. But yeah, anyways, if I ever learn to, like, take off the screen from this thing, then I will definitely do that, so that I will be able to have another screen for another S5 Active if I get one with a bad one. So, yeah. Anyways, next up is my iPhone 2G. This is a first generation phone, or first generation iPhone, and it works totally fine other than the volume down button is stuck, and that's pretty much the only thing wrong with it, like, as in, like, you know, I almost said mentally, but but like, and like, that's what's wrong with the motherboard, although that is fixable. But yeah, anyways, the only other thing is physical, and that is the cracked screen. Well, surprisingly, the cracks stop up there. But anyways, this phone works. It's just dead, as you can see. So, yeah. Next up is this Samsung phone. Don't know what it is, but it used to work, but now it doesn't. But when it did work, it had a white screen, so whatever. I wish it worked, because it's a pretty nice looking slider phone, but oh well. Here's a Samsung phone. Don't know what it is. I guess I'll show you it. A737, SGH A737. Works, but the buttons down here don't. The keypad works, it's just that those buttons don't. The LCD is actually totally fine too. Here is my Amazon Kindle Fire HD6, and surprisingly, this thing works perfectly fine. As in, like, literally perfectly fine. Let me put in my password, and I will show you. Alright, as you can see, it is my old tablet. I don't use this as a, you know, I don't usually use this. I once in a while turn it on, but I don't really use it anymore. It's just in my collection. I did put another speaker on because that speaker sucks. And this speaker is way louder and has better bass, surprisingly. But yeah, it's an 8GB, works. Now, that's my second screen replacement on there. My first one was the actual original screen on it, but I hit it with my palm, and it shattered. And then I got that replaced, and the LCD was actually totally fine when I hit it with my palm and shattered it. But yeah, I just got the digitizer replaced, and then I got really mad at it because it kept on doing crap. So I punched it, and well, that's what happened. But yeah. Once again, works totally fine. So, yeah. Surprisingly, I don't even know how that LCD is not damaged. But here is a HTC MyTouch 3G. I already went over the story of this one a long time ago, and I went over it a lot of times. So, yeah, anyways, it works. It just needs a new LCD and digitizer because, well, the digitizer was ripped off. Other than that, it works totally fine. Boots up and everything. Here's an LG phone. Don't know what it is, but it's a piece of crap, and it has a bad screen. Here is another LG phone that also has a bad LCD. But other than that, it works just like the one that I showed you before. Here is another LG. Works, but I accidentally ripped off the top half because that chunk was missing, and when I flipped it up one time, I flipped it up like really hard. And, well, that happened, but it happened a lot worse like that, because it's, like, really easy to flip off, or, you know, break off. But, yeah, it used to work totally fine before that, but since that chunk was missing off of it, yeah, stuff happened. Here's a Motorola Razr V3, works, but has a bad charging port. It doesn't have a cracked camera, but it also has a cracked LCD right here, and the glass cover is also cracked. Here's a shattered HTC Pocket PC phone. Doesn't work. It's never worked. Never will work, most likely. So, yeah, you can still hear it cracking in there for some reason. I don't know why, because it cracked a long time ago, but whatever. Here's a BlackBerry Please focus. Are you ever gonna focus? It's a BlackBerry 8703E. Let me turn on autofocus again. There we go. And it works totally fine. It's just that, well, the thing you use to navigate, the scroller, doesn't work properly. So it works, but it just doesn't work properly. I'll tell you that much. Here's a Samsung Galaxy Prevail LTE that I got from the flea market for $10. The guy who I was selling, or the guy who I bought this from was actually selling a $30 or $40 Galaxy S3 that wasn't cracked. It was in pretty good condition, but I didn't buy that because I didn't have $30, $40 on me. I just had 10. I just bought this because why not? And yeah, to my surprise, it actually worked because it came like this. But yeah, it totally worked. It works totally fine. So that's cool. But anyways, here's a Droid 1 that I drop tested a while ago, and then also hit a bunch of times. I put it under a car, or I put it in the road and let cars run over it and whatnot. So yeah. Anyways, here is my iPhone 5. It's a 16 gigabyte iPhone 5 on Verizon, and it works totally fine. The best part about it, well, the two best parts about it are that, number one, I got it for $1.80. Well, technically, because I got it in a lot of 8 phones and 2 accessories for $18 and free shipping off of eBay. 18 divided by 10 means you get everything for $1.80 each, which means I got an iPhone 5 for $1.80 each, just for $1.80. Now, the cool part about it is that when I turned it on, unfortunately, it did have an iCloud account on it, but number one, it didn't have a password, and number two, I went into the settings to see what iOS version it was on, because it had the slide to unlock, and it's on 7.1.2. So that's very rare for an iPhone 5. And, well, I have one, and I got it for $1.80. So I might get a new housing for it soon, but until then, nope. Because I don't know how to take those things apart. And I don't feel like learning how to do that. But, yeah. Anyways, putting that one aside, here's another BlackBerry 8330. I have a bunch of these. I have like 6 of them. But, yeah, anyways, this one works totally fine. What the fuck? What? Okay, now it's not making that sound. Anyways, I dropped that one from 15 feet, and I also think I threw it down from 15 feet onto concrete, and it survived in my my homemade electrical tape case. There we go. That's very loud. But yeah, it's just that the only thing that happened to it was the plastic cover on the screen cracked. But yeah, anyways, here's my Samsung Galaxy S4. It works. It just has a bad LCD and digitizer. Nothing else to say about it. Here's a BlackBerry Storm on Verizon. Works, but has a bad LCD and digitizer. I do have a mint, like a completely mint Storm, so that's cool. But anyways, here's a Samsung Transform, which is also going to be in my 1000 sub special, as well as the Alcatel One Touch True. I'm just going to completely annihilate both of them. But yeah, this one works totally fine. It's just that the touchscreen and the touch capacitive buttons don't work at all. Here's a Samsung Galaxy Fame. Works, but has a bad LCD and digitizer. I have to hurry up. Here's a Motorola Razr V3, another one. Cracked camera, cracked LCD right here, and no glass cover. Other LCD is totally fine, and the charging port does not work. Here is a LG Optimus L that I drop tested, or LG Optimus L3 or LG Optimus L7. I don't remember which, but I drop tested it because it didn't work, and it still doesn't work. So yeah, the LCD has always been cracked, but yeah. Anyways, here is my Nokia 710 Lumia works totally fine, just has a cracked screen. Here's my other Razer V3. I believe this one's a V3i, and this one works totally fine. Other than the charging port also not working, it's cracked. The glass is cracked, and the camera is also cracked. Next up, my Pantech, or not Pantech, but Huawei phone. This is my only Huawei phone, and it works. It's just that the above my finger does not work on the touchscreen. The LCD is totally fine, but I don't know what it is, but whatever. And no, not last but not least, but here's my my Samsung Galaxy S4 Mini, sorry. Works totally fine, as you could see, but yeah, it has a cracked screen. So, yeah. And last but not least is, well, my Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus. A while ago, it just up and got a tiny crack out of nowhere. I think it was from my 5S being on top of it in my jacket pocket. But, yeah, it has a tiny little crack up at the top left, probably about that long. It's not too bad, but I was still really, really pissed about it because, well, this was like my first phone that I paid over $100 for. Well, over $200 because I paid $240 for this phone. But, yeah, anyways, these are all of my broken phones. So, yeah. Anyways, I just felt like doing this video because, well, I didn't know what else to do today. And I'm trying to pass time until I can do my 1,000 subs special. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because why not? And yeah, I will hopefully see you in the next video. Peace out.